everyone, welcome to tonight's video of The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So, last episode, we pulled the Master Sword out of its pedestal of time. And, as always, upon doing so, 7 years has passed. Therefore, makes us a full-grown adult, of course. As such, we have also our own mentor over here. His name is Sheik. He is the last of the Sheikas, of course, and I apologize, my controller's constantly going right. This controller is probably damaged up to a point where I probably gotta get myself a new one. And hopefully this doesn't screw me up a tiny bit. Anyways, to save the forest grill, you need another skill. Head to Kakariko Village. Okay, Sheik. So, I guess we should probably go to Kakariko Village, because this is where we're gonna need to go to get our next ability. So let's not waste too much time. Let's go ahead and get ourselves right over there, shall we? Now, because it's been 7 years and we haven't been outside for a long time, this is what C10 has done to us. No, not really, but oh my god, everything looks deserted. When we go to, of course, the Hyrule Castle town, it's all messed up. Look at this. It's filled with these re-deads everywhere. You can fight them off if you want to, but it's not really worth anything, but be my guest. Let's go to a Hyrule Castle, I guess, and see what's going on here. Oh, no. This is not Hyrule Castle anymore. This is now Ganon's castle. Ganon's castle is a gigantic castle floating above lava. As you can see here, it's floating above lava. Boy, this is some serious stuff. This place is entirely ruined, of course. But of course, it wouldn't be a game without Skulltulas. How do we get it, you may ask? I'll show you. Because, although we could technically come back later and get whatever that is a Kakariko, first to get it. But I'm gonna do a way that I'm able to do it now, just to get this out of the way. You climb up to this hill up here. You pass by someone's dead body, as you know, there's bones over here. Cause sure, this Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time is a dark, gritty story, like to call it that way. And what you gotta do is you gotta stand on the edge, and then, right when the bomb's about to explode, you drop it. Then you turn the camera around and try to get in a good position to slightly drop down. Then you let the camera change, figure out if you're in the right spot or not. This should be good enough. So let's drop. And we got a gold Skulltula in the process. But as a sacrifice, that also means you're gonna fall into the lava below. I would not recommend this if you want to keep your HP, but, I might as well just get that out of the way while I possibly could. Most of the time, I recommend you just ignore these guys, and, we'll talk more about them later on, but for right now, let's go ahead and, make ourselves at home in Hyrule Field. So let's go to, alright, so we're gonna go to 3 separate landmarks, but we're gonna go to Hyrule. We're gonna go to Kakariko first. That's what we're gonna do first. We're gonna go to Kakariko. Get this out of the way. Now, we're gonna be entering at nighttime though, so we can't do a whole lot there yet. Not that it matters. We'll come back later whenever the time's appropriate. But, regardless, we could get a good chunk of it, while it's still nighttime, so I guess it's good enough of any. So anyway, where we need to go next, we need to go to the graveyard. That's where we need to go first. By the way, while I'm at the subject, let's talk about something else. So, I've been watching this show called Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and recently, on ABC, Jimmy Carter's hosting a premiere with Charity, and I downloaded the Millionaire app because, like, I'm in desperate measures of needing some money, because I'm just trying to make sure that I save enough to survive in this quarantine time, of course. Get a piece of heart because I already placed a magic bean here. So this is the reason why you need to make sure you plant a magic bean. If you place a magic bean, then 7 years in the future it will grow to a gigantic floatiest plant. You ride this up, and it will lead you to some greatness. As always, there's a total of 10 of them, so it's always good to find them. And yeah. So now let's go down this little graveyard here. This is a question mark, and I think Dompe died. Young man, are you fast on your feet? I may not look like it, but I'm confident in my speed. Let's have a race. Follow me if you dare. So, what we need to do is we need to race Ghost Dompe who is dead, in a race. Well, not necessarily a race, but you definitely need to follow him within the remaining time. Now, the first race won't matter too much. I will say, when you come back later to race him again, because, like, I will be doing that just so that way I can get a special reward. And yes, I could, like, come back later once I get the upgrade of the item I'm getting. But, after this race, I'm gonna do it again, so I'll let you guys know when I got it. There's 3 door checkpoints, and if you don't get to it within a certain amount of time, then the door will close on you. You do not want that. I do recommend rolling. And 1 minute and 7 seconds. Your time of this race was 1 minute and 7 seconds. Young man, you were very quick, able to keep up with me. As a reward, I'm going to give you my treasure. It's called the hook shot. It's a spring-loaded chain, will pull you to any spot where a hook sticks. Doesn't that sound cool? I'm sure it will help you. I live here now, so come back again sometime. I'll give you something cool. One more thing. Be careful on your way back. Shut up, Navi. What do you want? Should we believe what Sheik said and go to Kakariko Village? I'm already in Kakariko Village, you stupid fairy. Anyways. Open up the treasure chest. And you found the hook shot. It's a spring-loaded chain that you can cast to hook things. You can use it to drag distant items towards you, or you can use it to pull yourself towards something. And, of course, it talks about the usual stuff regarding the C buttons, of course. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the hook shot, and so, let's go ahead and enter the next room. And what is this? It's some sort of block, but it's also symbolizing something. Hey, isn't that the same design that's on the Door of Time? Take that in consideration, and we're gonna play the Song of Time. Play the Song of Time. And therefore, the Song of Time block will disappear. These are brand new puzzle elements, so definitely use advantage of these. As you exit, we are entered in some interesting little room with some sort of contraption. That guy is staring at me. Very creepy. But I'm more interested into that heart piece over here. collected 3 pieces. With another piece, your life energy will be increased. Sure thing. Let's see what this guy's issue is. I'll never forget what happened on that day 7 years ago. It's all that Ocarina's kid's fault. Next time he comes around here, I'm gonna mess him up. Very interesting. Let me go ahead and bring up my Ocarina while I'm at it. What? You've got an Ocarina? What the heck? That reminds me of that time, 7 years ago. Back when a mean kid came here and played a strange song and messed up the windmill. I'll never forget this song. So we learned the song here, and this is gonna be important for later, but we'll talk more about that later. And I mean, when I meant later, I mean way later, but I digress. You've learned the Song of Storms. As you see, now it's going crazy. Oh no, a storm again! You played an Ocarina again, didn't you? Urgh! Oh boy, we made him mad. And what do you mean by again? This might not sound good, but we'll talk more about that later. But I'm gonna go ahead and do the graveyard minigame again, because like in order to get the second reward, what you need to do is you need to go beat the race underneath a minute. So I guess that's what we'll do next. We'll go ahead and beat it under a fastest time. Oh my god, Link. You're retarded. Fall down. Fall down, I said. I pushed A. Okay. So let's speedrun this. Dang it! Go around here. Oh, don't bonk on that. By 5 seconds, 55. You're back, young man. Was that present I gave you fun and useful? Well, he'll give me a second present, which of course is a piece of heart. And because we obtained 4 pieces of heart, that contains our second heart container, and also increase our... So now we have a total of 11 heart pieces, and therefore create a second row of hearts. We're nearly halfway through this game, folks. Just like that. Anyways. So, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna get another Skulltula. So, the next Skulltula is actually up on the top of the roof over here. So, in order to get to it, what you need to do is you need to bring out your hookshot right here. And you gotta hookshot this roof. And then hookshot this roof. You can barely make it. As you do so, there's a Skulltula right here. You backflip into it if you want to, or you can use your hookshot. It's all up to you. But yeah, for right now, we're done with Kakariko Village, so let's go ahead and move on to our next location, which is going to be Lon Lon Ranch. Alright, so we're in Lon Lon Ranch a little bit early, but let's just see how much the place has changed a little bit while we're at it. So let's go and go here. And Was that familiar song? Hey, I recognize this. Hey, I recognize this woman. I guess it's okay to say hi. Please keep it a secret from Mr. Ingo that I sing this song. Do you know my mother's song? Everyone really liked that song. My dad, even Mr. Ingo. But since Ganondorf appeared, Mr. Ingo has changed completely. I can remember the good old days only while I sing the song. Also, Epona really liked that song. Only I could tame that horse. Even Mr. Ingo had a hard time. Seems like Mr. Ingo's doing some weird stuff, isn't he? Well, let's go ahead and get to the bottom of this. Let's go ahead and set the daytime and figure out what the wreckage is about. Alright, here he is, right here, Mr. Ingo. How you doing, sir? There are some people in Kakariko spreading rumors that I cheated Talon out of the ranch, but don't be ridiculous. That guy Talon was weak. I, the hard-working Ingo, powered so much energy into this place. I don't want any strangers like you saying anything bad about me. Listen. The great Ganondorf recognized my obvious talent and gave the ranch to me. I will raise a fine horse in recognition with the great Ganondorf. Say, young man, do you want to ride one of my fine horses? Pay me 10 rubies, and you can ride. Sure. Do you want to hear how to ride? No, I don't, because I already know how to ride. Thank you so much. So, anyway, so as you know, when you ride, you're pretty much wanting to ride this horse right here. And although this is the horse we liked, of course it's the horse we want to ride. I don't want to ride this horse. It looks ugly. I want to ride this horse. But he's running away from me. But that's why we have to play a song that gains her trust. We'll play the Epona song. And he comes to you. But yeah, this is Epona. And we can actually ride on her if you want to. Yeah, remember that opening cutscene? Or the opening of the game? Yeah, that's her. But yeah, we can play around with it and jump over the hoops and get our 10 rubies that we actually paid from Ingo, assuming if I can jump on it before the time runs out. That horse is in the way. Ooh, last second. That was so close. Hey, time's up, young man. You only paid 10 rubies. You played long enough. Well, I got my 10 rubies back. Last possible second. Anyways, but we're gonna play again because what we need to do is we need to actually win the horse. And I'm gonna explain to you how to do that. Gonna send the horse over here. And we gotta talk to him. You're getting better. How about a little race with me? One lap around the coral with that horse. Let's make a little wager, say 50 rupees. Deal. Anyway, so what you need to do is you need to win this horse. I recommend that you only use a minimum of 3 carrots, and when 1 carrot activates, you fire another. Make sure you're ahead of Ingo before you do it, though. Sometimes you have bad luck in the beginning, but I had good luck in the very beginning. And when you're near the finish line, I recommend using all your carrots, and you keep your lead. Shoot! If that great Ganondorf find out about this humiliation... Hey, you, how about another race? If you win, you can keep the horse. Oh, you sure about that? I'll let you know, I already learned a lot about horses. So as you can see, starting things off, he will start to cut you off a little bit. I recommend that you hug him like that. And like that. The second race is a little bit harder, but if you're like me, you could try to squeeze through it and win that horse. What's up with that horse? Is that Epona? How did you tame that wild horse right under my nose? I was going to present that horse to the great Ganondorf, but I bet on the race and lost. Shoot! As I promised, I give the horse to you. However, I'll never let you leave this ranch. Ooh, Ingo's with the temptation, huh? So yeah, so now we're unable to leave a ranch. We're pretty much trapped here until we do something. So what do we do exactly? Well, not that. But I guess what we're gonna do first, just for fun, is just attack some cuckoos. Assuming if I can aim for it. There we go. Attack some cuckoos. Because if we create this cuckoo army, then this will give Ingo out of his own mind. After all, when you're on Epona, you are invincible. So nothing can harm you. And what we're gonna do next, jump over the fence and let the cuckoos beat the crap out of them. Jump over that fence. Like it's nobody's business.